Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Rocky here. Honestly, I'm happy to be here. We got a new guest for you guys, along with my guy Kedz, of course. We've got Rory in the building. Some may know him as Arsenal jersey as well on Instagram, and it's just so nice to be here with you, man. How you been? What are you saying?
Yeah, cheers, Rocky. Yeah, it's been ages since we've been catching up together, but it's good to finally catch on a call. Yeah, it's great to be here.
Yeah, man, it's nice. Obviously, you can probably see the difference in light in between all of us. um, we're here in the evening. Rory, what time is it for you?
It's like 8:15 in the morning now.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm in Auckland. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, man. But yeah, man, before we get into things, I'll just ask, how are you, Gav? You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm really, really good. I'm enjoying the scenic area behind Rory there. It looks quite nice. Although we were supposed to do this a few days ago, weren't we? But you say the weather was pretty bad in New Zealand, so yeah, I'm glad everything's a bit cleared up now.
Yeah, we were going to catch up earlier in the week, and we had like tornado warnings and flash floods. So yeah, it's better to catch up now.
Yeah, I mean, if there's going to be an excuse, that's a good one. It's a good one.
But yeah,
man.
Rory, man, it's amazing to have you on finally. As we do with all of our guests, we tend to ask them about how they got into Arsenal, and yeah, man, your story really, like, what made you fall in love with Arsenal? Was it passed down through family? Like, how was it? Yeah, just let us know.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah, it could have gone one or two ways for sure. Yeah, so I met my stepdad when I was like 5, and I remember it was really weird. I really do remember this moment. I was walking down to town with my mum, and it was by the church. I'm from a little town in Dorset, and I was like, "Mum, I really need to support a football team." All my mates at school were supporting football teams, and they're swapping Panini stickers and all that stuff. And yeah, she was like, "Well, your stepdad supports Arsenal, so you should support Arsenal." And I was like, "But they all support Man United." So it could have gone one or two ways. So thank God it didn't. But yeah, so I got my first shirt when I was in. It was the blue lightning bolt one with Right 8 on the back, and it was like XL, and I was the tiniest kid. I remember it just hanging off me. The sleeves were like down to my wrists. Still got all of those, just back in the UK, which I can't wait to get my hands on again. But yeah, so that was that really. And then my first game was Arsenal versus Derby when Vieira scored his first goal for Arsenal, which is just mint. I remember all of it as well, which is super weird because I was so young. And yeah, just used to go up like 7 times a year from Dorset. Like, I was really lucky in that sense because bloody hell, it's not a cheap thing to do from the southwest. So yeah, really lucky growing up being able to do that. And yeah, God, like that's pretty much how it all started. Yeah,
man, that's amazing to hear. That a lot of people go through that as well. It's like, you got to like pick your poison. Like, what route are you going to go down? For when you start supporting a football club. But just a question: that shirt, was it an XL boys or XL men?
Yeah, unfortunately, XL boys. Yeah,
I was gonna say, I was like, bloody hell. No, because sometimes parents get shirts for their kids that will last them for years and stuff. But no.
Yeah, I wish they did XL men, so I'd be using it now. But yeah, XL boys. Yeah. Well, it's better. No, it could have gone one way or the other, but it could be worse. I could be like an Exeter City or a Yeovil Town fan, which nobody wants to be.
Oh wow! Are those the local?
No, I mean, but yeah, I was going to say, me and sort of Rory are kind of similar. Like, I'm sort of southeast. I'm based in Southampton, so I had the same sort of backstory as you. Almost like I was almost brainwashed and pushed into Southampton. My dad wanted me to be always into them when I was growing up playing football and stuff like that. But he tried Rangers. He tried everything to try and get me into away from Arsenal. I've got pictures of me in like the shirts looking really excited. And it's just it was just always Arsenal for me from a young age. I think for me it was around sort of 89, that sort of thing. I was young. We're not going to go into how old I really am, but yeah, it was that same sort of thing. And it is hard to go to matches when you're younger, and like you say, from southwest, southeast, it's not always easy and that kind of thing. And but yeah, I'm just happy I sort of stuck by it and thugged out and kept with Arsenal really. But yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. I mean, back then the train was like £1 for under 12s to go to London and back, including the tube. So it was amazing. Like, it gave us that opportunity for my dad to take me. But I was never in the junior gunners until I was like, I think I was about 15 when I joined that. I always used my granddad's silver membership. But by the time I was 15, the wait list for the silver membership was mad. So my dad was like, let's get you on the junior gunners. And it automatically just switches over. So that's how we kind of kept all that going. But yeah, mad. It was really funny because it was like a good group of us from the southwest that used to go up, at like 7 a.m. on the train, and they were just nuts. They were cracking open beers at like 7 a.m. and it was just really really good times.
Yeah. No, that's mad. I mean, when I was sort of early 20s, and I didn't really. I swear I was like the only Arsenal fan down south. There was like no one to sort of pitch to say, should we go to London? Should we go? And it was just so hard, especially through, when the Invincibles and all that sort of stuff. You're like, oh man, I just want to be there. But it's not always easy, like you said. It's not always easy, but it doesn't stop you being a fan, does it? So no, it sounds fun. Sounds fun, man.
Cheers.
Yeah, man, it's crazy because I speak to people on a daily from all places in the world, and some people never, even have the privilege or the thought of even, to be able to go and see the Arsenal. So it's special, at least in the UK, like we have that opportunity in a sense. So as you say, like 7 times a year, like that's massive. Do you know what I mean? In the amount of home games that we have, like I feel like, we're sort of really like lucky and privileged to watch something that is so like influential in our lives and so important. But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's not so easy anymore, as you can probably imagine, which I'm dying to get back because like just seems like the Emirates has totally changed since I've left. I left like 6-7 years ago now, and I was never a huge fan of the Emirates after moving from Highbury, and now I see it on TV and it looks like it's actually got an atmosphere and it's got a real good sort of buzz about it. So I'm so keen to get back.
Yeah, man. It honestly, like I was there from, I think I only missed the first home game, but the rest I've been lucky to like be there. And literally the progress from, Norwich, which was the first game that I was there for, up until now, it's like every game, as they say, is like a cup finals. Like the atmosphere is buzzing, and that's something that I feel, will happen next season as well, especially if we get Champions League. It's just like, the myth of what they say Anfield is some massive fortress where, they're constantly singing when they only have like 90 seconds at the start. But we'll get into that later. But like, the Emirates is like a massive fortress right now, and it's the place to be in. Like, even trying to get tickets, it's not as easy as it was, at the start of the season when people thought, oh yeah, another write-off, we'll finish 8th, blah blah blah. But yeah, man, it's the club has never been so like harmonious since the Highbury days, in my opinion. But yeah,
I would also I was just going to say, Rock, as well, that talking about the atmosphere and the fans, I think for a while, if we ever went behind in the game or we conceded, the crowd would all go quiet. It would be silent, like people would call it a library, wouldn't they? Now you have that feeling every time we concede or we do, in any sense, the crowd is always straight back at, trying to push the players. You can hear it, when you're there. Obviously you hear it because you're there, but TV, you can just hear it. Like they're pushing them on, they're like, come on, we're going to get back into this. And that's just as much as a fortress in a sense as, when we're in the lead. It just shows that there's such a unity right now. We always feel like we can go back in and come back in a game. And that's like you say, the Highbury days, it's that sort of atmosphere, and it's exciting. It's really exciting.
Yeah, definitely. As we're talking about the Arsenal now, we usually go over the games. Aston Villa 1-0. That was like a hard fought victory. Another prime example about, how together this team is. We saw through the game and stuff, but there was one key topic that I want to address, and that's about protecting the players. I know Saka said it a lot. Gerard sort of countered it as well. Rory, what's your take on this whole Saka getting clamped near enough every single game? Is it fair? Are players allowed to do that, or is it just downright terrible? Like, what's your view?
Yeah, I don't know. You're going to find a pretty weird opinion from me. I'm biased for one, so I'll say, yeah, we should protect him. But then there's a massive part of me that just thinks, I don't know, do you guys watch like Premier League years or anything like that? And you actually watch back to how football was 20 years ago, and these things were nothing. Like, they were getting waved over all the time. And I kind of look at it as our football's become a bit airy-fairy in a way. But we've been saying that for the last 10 years, right? And it's just part of the game. And falling down and whatever else. But I think, yeah, he does. I've got to be honest, he is a target, isn't he? And the other teams are looking at him like, oh, this guy's their biggest threat. And he's only young. I think, yeah, he should definitely have a bit more protection, in my opinion.
No, I fully agree, man. Like, you look back to Jack Wilshere's career, and like I was telling my mate not long ago, like, just imagine if Smith Rowe or Saka had to go through a long list of injuries and stuff. Like, every time I see him on the floor, I'm just like, oh, Lord, please protect them. You know what I mean? I just don't want anything bad to happen. You got to wrap them in cotton wool. But no, I feel you. Like, I feel like the league has gotten softer as the years have gone by. But I definitely feel like refs have got to protect them as well. But yeah, Gav, what's your view on it, man?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle. I get what I kind of agree more with Rory in the sense of the problem is I think the Premier League has become its own downfall. Like you say, back in the day, you really could go in for a crunching tackle where you could shoulder barge someone. It would just be called being strong. Now you touch someone, they're on the floor like they're dying, and it's because they've created that mentality where I can do that and I can get away with it and I'm going to get a free kick. These players look for it now, whereas before a player would go down, fall over from being shoulder barged or a little nip from behind, and they'll just pick themselves back up again. They won't be looking for penalties. It's just part of the game, like you said. So it's kind of like they've created this, and how do you get it back again now, And on the flip side of that, players should be protected because there's so many great players that could have had even greater careers if they, been a bit more looked after when it comes to the tackles and stuff like that. Diaby's a prime example. All these, like you said, Wilshere, it's so many players have lost, and it's a livelihood as well. We've all got jobs, but that's their job. Do you know what I mean? If they can't play, okay, they're loaded now. But you know what I mean? But it's still that's their career, cut potentially, and it's not nice. We wouldn't want our job to be cut and not be able to do what we want to do. So it's a fine line. It's a hard balance, but I feel Premier League created it by taking it too far. But yeah, it's a tough one. But I do think, all in all, players like Saka, yeah, they should be protected either way. All players should be. There's so many injuries that can really have a longer effect on players as well. But I just think the way people come out of certain things, like I think there was something on ESPN, wasn't there? Was it today?
Yeah.
Did you see it? Those guys going in on about Saka and oh mate, and like honestly, just saying you should be, get used to getting broken and stuff like that. I don't know what it was. I couldn't even watch it, mate. I was like, what is this guy talking about? But it's ridiculous, wasn't it? It was so painful. I don't know did you see it, Rory?
I haven't seen that. No.
Mate, I'll catch up with you after, and have a watch. Look for just type in like ESPN and like Saka, and you'll find it. But these two commentators or whatever they are were just going in on him saying he should expect to be taken out if he's going to put himself in situations where he's going to get tackled or something like that. I was just like, oh my god. But yeah, it's just idiots like that don't can't justify it. But yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, but yeah.
Yeah, no, Saka, like, to be fair, just before we jumped on the pod, he's literally just been like confirmed with COVID, which isn't good at all. So,
No.
I mean, he's away with England right now, and it's like, he's come into contact with the England players. Like, you see him like hugging Declan Rice and stuff. You just think, oh god, like, not one of these again. But yeah, it's a bit unfortunate for him. But I suppose it does give him some time to rest up, really, you know, put his feet up, not have to worry about the international break and, you know, picking up a knock or an injury as we're talking about now. But just looking at our next games, man, like we have to go in to these games with just like a winning mentality. Rory, obviously you're probably going to say yes, but you never know. Do you think we can finish in the top 4 this season?
Oh man, it's a tough one, isn't it? It's in our hands. That's definitely the case. It's in our hands. But I think the biggest turning point is going to be that Tottenham game. That's the turning point. We beat Tottenham, we get the 4th place. Like that's, for me, that's that. They're going to drop points. You know, they're going to be looking at us as a threat as well. We've got to look at it 2 ways, right? We see those 3 games that we've got, the tough 3 games that we've got left as a threat, but those other teams are going to be looking at us in the same way. So it's, you know, it goes both ways. And I think if we can go in with the mentality that we've had and keep the players fit, like God, if like Lacazette gets injured or something like that, like we're buggered. And like, also like, well, Saka not so much as cover, but it's obviously he's a key player. But you know, we get 1 or 2 injuries, we're in trouble. So keep everyone fit, keep the mentality there, and I don't see why not. I really don't see why not.
Yeah, man. Gav, we were talking about it today as well. Just picking up on what Rory said, and you said why not, and you know the whole thing about, you know, because technically we are in the driver's seat for top 4, and while we're looking back as Arsenal fans a bit fearful, thinking, oh God, are we going to bottle this? Like, can we do it? They're thinking the same thing. Like, oh God, like, you know, they're running away with it. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit of both, as you say. But you seemed confident earlier, but as we're getting closer, like how do you feel now? Like, you know, what's your thoughts?
No, I still feel confident. Like Rory said, I think Spurs will be a massive match. I think that will be our hardest test. But I think I said it on the last pod. You know, these teams have got to come to us. They've got to play us. We're the ones that are pushing for top 4. We're the team that are quite scary to play right now. On paper, when you look at United's team, the players they've got, that kind of, you know, even Chelsea, I don't even fear Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I feel like we're in the driving seat, like you said, Rocky, and I think the pressure is on us, but we're soaking that pressure up and we're enjoying it. We're not scared of it. And I think any team right now is quite wary about playing us. And we all know Spurs are bottle merchants. They do like to flop. So hopefully that continues. You know, like Rory said, they will probably drop some points, and so will United. But they've got to come up against us. And I strangely feel really confident about it. Do I think we're going to win every single game until the end of the season? Probably not. We'll probably draw a few. We might even lose 1 or 2. But oddly enough, I don't think it will come from the bigger teams. I think we've actually got quite a good shout against them. But, you know, like I said before, let's not worry about what the other teams do. Let's keep doing and grinding out the results that we are. Remember what we said about Villa? We said we have to bounce back from the Liverpool match, and we did. We ground out another win. It's another 3 points, and we continue. And that's what Arsenal keep doing, and it's brilliant to watch. So right now, yeah, I'm scarily, really weirdly confident we can get top 4, and it's such a, I don't know, it blows my mind that we're even having this conversation, because before we were like, are we going to be 8th again? Is Arteta going to get booted? Is it going to be another nightmare season? None of us expected us to be saying, are we going to get top 4 without a striker, and, you know, with the team we've got. So it's just, every time I talk about it, I'm like, this is mental. So and like you said, Rocky, it's overachieving. If we were to get Europa, you know, it would still be a great progress. It would be show that something's working. Arteta's got it right. But I think this is so crucial to get top 4. I can't even, we have to, because I think everyone's going to rebuild in the summer. Everyone's going to spend money. So let's do it now, so we can all get the Champions League shirts from Arsenal's the Armory, and we can all be happy. You know, that's what I say. But yeah. In a long story short, yeah, I think we can.
Yeah, it'd be.
I think.
Oh, go on.
Sorry, yeah, I think to attract strikers that we need, like when Lacazette's going to go in the summer, and Kedzs, like to attract strikers, we've got to have that top four. Like, there's obviously, I think it was you guys last week were saying about Haaland, right? Like, why should we target this guy? Like, Odegaard's his mate. Yeah. But like, seriously, if we get top four, you can see that he's the same age range as all these guys. Like, I know it's probably unrealistic, but if it happens, you know, we spent 72 million on Pepe. Why can't we just go and buy that guy? And getting that top four place is going to give us that credibility to go out and go for those sort of players.
Yeah, no, yeah, of course. And, you know, I think if we do get top four, it would be like I don't feel like that alone shows the evidence of how far we've come. I feel like there's more to it. Do you know what I mean? There's so much more than just getting top four and, you know, us achieving it. Like, adding on to what you're saying, it's just, you know, the people around the players right now, like, you know, the coaching staff, and you see what they're doing. Like, you know, we're starting to hear about, you know, the set piece coach, like how good he is, and everyone on the bench, Airport Albert, and, you know, the players themselves, like, you know, they're so young and hungry, and just, you know, why can't we be appealing to, you know, a Haaland, say, for example? Like, I don't know one project in the world right now who has as many young prospects as us, and who are trying to go, you know, to as high heights that we're aiming for. So you never know, man. Anything is possible, and, you know, I'll plead the case until you know, the cows come home. You know, I really want it to go through. I want it to happen, and it would be kind of anticlimactic if we didn't reach, you know, the heights of top four. But I think we can. I kind of think we can do it. Yeah.
As well, like, I know sometimes we're always looking for. We talk about we need some extra quality and stuff like that, but it kind of feels like getting someone that's in the more experienced side of things, like an older person, say Lewandowski, he might be going at some point. It's almost like we don't want to go for that sort of player, if that makes sense. We've got such a fresh young team. A Haaland would be the natural choice. You know, you could look at, I know we'd never get Neymar, but, you know, someone like with that experience who isn't happy at PSG, you know, could we go for someone like that? Mate, I don't think he would actually fit our team, which is crazy. So I think Haaland, and I think I said last week, didn't I, that yes, he could go to Man City, but he'll be just another tick on the list. He might not be the star man he wants to be. He'll be a expensive signing, but doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be the man. You know, they might get rid of him after the season if he's not scoring enough, because it's just in and out all the time with those sort of projects. So same with Chelsea, not that they can do that anymore, but you know, with Arsenal, like you said, he's got a mate in Odegaard, fresh brand new team, going to go straight into the Champions League. He could be the man, totally the man, you know, the star of the show. So wouldn't write it out, you know. You never know, mate. All I know is that he'll be getting Haaland in home, away, third. Training, he'll probably get the honestly, mate, you know. But, I think everyone will, to be fair. But yeah, you never know, mate. But it's the fact that we're even thinking about it, that it could be a maybe, you know, that's a good feeling as well. So
yeah, man. No, listen, I completely agree. I'm not sure. Should we do drop of the week with Rory since he's here?
Well, you've said it now, mate, so I think we should.
All right, give me
Let's
one
do it,
moment.
mate. Look, Rory's got his shirts there as well, mate. He was ready. He knew. He felt the vibe. He knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, let's go. Let me get the shirts. One moment, and then we'll go through them together. 1 second.
Sounds good.
Oh, look at him turning his camera off.
How you doing then? All right?
Yeah, no, I'm really good, man. It's mad with the time difference, isn't it? I mean, I've literally got in from work, had a quick dinner, and then came up here. But it is what it is. You do it for Arsenal, don't you? But no, we wanted to get you on for a long time, man. Anyway, because I know it's just been hectic everywhere, and obviously the time difference. But you've always sort of been supporting us and watching along. So it's been
it's good. Yeah,
been in the making for a while, man.
Yeah, good to finally catch you guys. Honestly, yeah, it's good. But yeah, with the time difference and stuff, it's just a nightmare. Like, even catching up with families, a pain in the ass. They want to chat at 7 a.m. I'm half asleep. They're wide awake. It's like, oh. And then it's the opposite way around. But no, it's all right. We get there eventually. But it's just weather's just starting to turn here now. It's just going into autumn. But I say autumn is still like 20 degrees. It's not cold.
Yeah, it's different. And like I say, my missus is half from Papua New Guinea, so when you say it's wet season, it's still freaking warm. You know, she would tell me about the rainforest, all that sort of stuff. Oh man, that's mental. Volcanoes
wet
nearby.
Season's worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, because it's humid as well. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, bloody hell. It's good. It's it's just turning now, but it's at least it's not bloody monsoon or whatever it was, tornadoes and shit.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but yeah, I'm planning on getting back next December, for like a month because we're due to have a baby in the next couple of weeks. Well, week to 2 weeks.
Man. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so we're like pressured to come back and see everyone, and it just could be a good chance to come back and watch Arsenal as well. So I'll give you guys a shout because we've got 4 silver memberships. My brothers don't use them. Like, it's nuts. Mainly because I know why. Like, it was the same for me when I was living and working in Cardiff, because that's where I studied and then worked. That's the reason why I moved to the Middle East. I couldn't afford to go to watch Arsenal. Like, it was, the train was like 70 quid return, and then your tickets, 50 quid to 70 quid depending. That's, loads of money before you've even left the door. So we've just kept the memberships, and like I'll just make sure I go back because there's only one chance I get that year. So I'll give you a shout.
Yeah, it'd be great to see. Hopefully we can all go together. So, but you're totally right. It's not easy. People don't understand, situations in life. There's other things evolving around it. It's not easy for everyone to go to matches, but doesn't mean we don't want to. But
exactly.
It'd be great. It'd be great if we can all go together. That'd be so cool, man. I'll be up.
Yeah, I can definitely. The only problem is if it's like Arsenal Tottenham or something like that, getting 2 tickets is hard enough, let alone 4. But I've never not lucked out, honestly. Like, I'm usually onto it. My dad does it the old school way. He still sends in a letter by post.
Oh wow!
And to get tickets, and he gets them every time. Just a little trick. Yeah,
probably because he's the only one doing it.
yeah, exactly.
Probably is. Yeah, that's amazing.
So that's a little trick to know.
Yeah, man. So if anyone's hearing that, you gotta get on the letters, man.
yeah.
Right.
Maybe we should have said that. Now everyone's going to do it. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'm gonna cut the pod here. So if you've come along this way and you guys have enjoyed this pod, just leave a like, subscribe, and just let us know your thoughts on all the topics as well. But yeah, so we're going to do a new video now. So make your way over to Drops of the Week, episode 2. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys in a bit.